Hi everyone. Have you ever wondered how a house is actually built? Well, I do it full time. I'm going to take you behind the scenes. My name is Old Dirty Carpenter, and on this channel I'll show you what it's really like to build a house from the ground up. For reference, I've been building homes for about 7 years in total. We mostly build single family residential homes, and I work on a crew of 6. Starting from the concrete foundation, we rough frame all the way up to the roof, and then we also do most of the windows and doors. This house is a little different than our usual jobs. We got 2 of the same exact foundations, so it's going to be the same houses. The only difference is one garage door is a little bit bigger than the other. This house just has 3 steel beams going through it. We got one small one right here on my right, one that goes halfway through the house, and another one that goes all the way through the house in the back. On our crew, all of us do everything. We don't just do one specific thing. Unless you're like a cut guy, they'll do a lot of the rafters and things of that nature, but for the most part, we do a little bit of everything. To start off, we got a couple of guys putting the steel beams in by themselves, and then we got a couple other guys putting on all the green plate and the seal, stuff like that. So what I'm doing here is marking the green plate so then I could drill the holes so then they could lay on the concrete. My coworkers show me a method where you mark it and then pull from the side of the concrete. When I did it, it didn't work out so well for me. So you're gonna see even after he shows me again, it still doesn't work out. I mess up this board and the next board, and then I just go back to the original method where you just lay it on top and then hit it with your hammer. It's not a big deal if you make a mistake. Just drill some new holes and it'll be alright. The first day on a house is kind of slow going anyways. You're usually just doing basic stuff like making sure everything is square, making sure all the materials in the right place, we got what we need, and then doing the beginning steps like the beams and the green plate, stuff like that. So here's where I try it for the second time and it obviously does not work out at all. So I'm just laying it on top, hitting it with my hammer, and then it fits on perfectly. So since this is my full-time job, I do it for about 40 hours a week, weather permitting. So if you have any questions on what it's like to be a carpenter as a full-time job, just ask a question in the comments and I'll answer as best as I can. So the next few minutes will just be us getting the rest of the green plate on, and then after that we'll move on to the steel beam prep. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see the markings even when you hit it with the hammer, so I just pull out my tape and see where it should be, and then I could usually spot the mark. Sometimes though it's still not so easy. If you hit it on a knot or something, you might have to do it again. This is my first time using a GoPro or filming in general, so my hat is in a lot of this video. I do get better on that as the next couple days proceed. It shouldn't be in there as much. We decided to cut back this piece so the finisher on the left side isn't too small.
Whoa.
So I gave my coworker a number on this green plate, but it was too small. Unfortunately, I measured to the inside of the concrete, which made it about an inch short, and we don't want that big of a gap in the green plate, so I do cut another piece. This piece was already drilled and fit the size. I just end up putting it on backwards, so I just flip it around and put it on correctly. More sill seal. More green plate. So at this point we got pretty much all the green plate on. Now it's time to put white plate on all the steel beams. My coworker already put glue on the beam, so I got a 2x4 here. I'm just going to put some nails on the side, put it on, and then bend the nails over so it stays on the beam. This makes it to where we have something sturdy to nail all the basement joists and beams to. On this little piece here, I got a nail too far out, so I got to put one closer in. Then just nail them together. The next two beams are bigger in width, so we use 2x6 instead of 2x4. If you're cutting a board like this, make sure you lift up with your left hand, or else the wood's going to lock up and pinch the saw. then just nail it in place. The saw battery ends up dying mid-cut. Last piece, then we're ready for the next step. We're shimming and stringing the beams here to make sure they're the same height, and I end up missing the catch. Right on the tip of my fingers. Before we start running the joist, we're going to run layout. Somebody already did the green plate, so we're just going to run the layout on the beam. Just set a nail and then pull 16 inches on center. My coworker pulled layout from the other side, and we ended up matching, which is always a good sign. We got our first 2-ply LVL beams for the basement. They were already cut to size and nailed together at the horses, and then we just strapped them and brought them over with the machine. So the camera's orientation must have flipped at this point. I am working, so I can't always check my phone to make sure it's in the right order. But it does look like it's only for about a minute, and I just get this 2x10 doubler nailed in. We got another 2x10 doubler here, and these are mostly for load points and load bearing walls. Line it up with the other one and nail them together. Right here, I'm just going to spread some floor joists out. Usually I have a partner to make it a little bit easier, but they're all busy at the moment, so. After I got some spread out, I'm just going to crown them and nail them on the red line. After that, just do the same for the other side and make sure you're nailing on the same side of layout. Another 2x10 doubler. Another small 2x10 doubler. Spreading some more basement joists between the middle beams. So for the end of the video here, we're just finishing up with some basement joists. My camera's batteries do die shortly after, so I couldn't catch the full day. We about get it fully joiced out, but not completely. You will be able to see the progress though in the next video. If you have any tips, criticisms, or feedbacks regarding my work or the video, definitely let me know in the comments. And yeah, if you like what you saw, just leave a like or subscribe. For the next video, you'll see us getting it all decked out, and we're going to start building some walls. So if you want to follow the progress, I'll have a video out hopefully every week, so you can follow along. Thank you.